Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. What are you made of? Do the math. It happened on Halloween. Brit speak. Sitcom siblings by show. And drink it, dance it, or drive it. Player 1, you start us off. Queen Elizabeth II at Madame Tussauds. Yes, Player 1? That is correct. Player 1, Moses by Michelangelo at San Pietro in Vincoli, Rome. Okay, Player 1? Correct. We return to you, Player 1. Tecumseh on Cheers. Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. You again, Player 1. Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
The warriors of China's first Qin emperor are made of this. It's Italian for baked earth.
Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Select again. St. John the Baptist by Donatello at Siena Cathedral. It's Player 1. You are correct. We return to you, Player 1. 39xy divided by 3x equals this. Player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 2. Add 20, 21, and 22. Multiply by 3, and you get this. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. A lot of clues, a lot. -4 times -4 times -2 times -2 equals this. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you. If 7x plus 5 equals 40, x equals this. Yes, Player 2. Right. Player 2, you start. From the Greek for stretch, it's the term for the longest side of a right triangle. Okay, Player 1. Yeah, good. All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. 1926. There's no escape for this magician who dies following a rupture of his appendix. Yes, Player 3? That is correct. Player 3? 1846. Heavy snowfall traps this carnivorous party in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Okay, Player 1? Correct. Player 1, start us. 1956. The Brits and the French invade Egypt in response to the nationalization of this. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. You get to pick again, player 1. 1961. This man's body is removed from Lenin's tomb. Okay, player 3. Good for you. Okay, let's get back in 1998. This Mideast nation announces it will no longer cooperate with UN weapons inspectors. Player 2. That's right, way to go. Player 2, you start. Fancy a cuppa, love? Cuppa is a cup of this. Player 1. Yes. Player 1, you start us. This brand name has become a noun and a verb for vacuum. Okay, player 2. That's correct. A lot of clues, While Americans put gas in their cars, the British put in this 6-letter equivalent. Let's hear it, player 2. That's correct. You get to pick again. This term for an electrical outlet sounds like a presentations program from Microsoft. Yes, player 1? You are correct. Player 1, you start. Fancy? The Daily Double. And you have the lead. What'll it be? Here is your clue. As they have a tendency to burst open in the frying pan, sausages are popularly called these. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1, you pick again, please. Jodie Sweetin, Candace Cameron, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Yes, player 2. You are correct. A lot of clues. Justin Burfield, Eric Pear Sullivan, Frankie Muniz. Player 3. Good. All right, let's get Taron Noah Smith, Zachary Ty Bryan, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's player 3. That's correct. Player 3. Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, Portia de Rossi. Player 2. Good. All right, let's get Ralph Carter, Bernadette Stanis, Jimmy Walker. Player 3. Correct. Player 3, make a selection, please, as we continue. Cabriolet. Yes, player 2. That's right, way to go. Player 2, Hambo. It's player 3. Correct. Player 3, Kirsch. Okay, player 3. You got it. We return to you, player Trabant. 3. It's player 2. Yeah, good. Let's have a look at the $1,000 clue. Huapala. Okay, player 2. That's right, way to go. Okay, we have player 3 in third place, which means that player 3 will go first in the Double Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. Samuel L. Jackson. Politicians. Oh, yes. D in science. Title ballet women. And archipelagos. All right, if you're ready, it's Double Jeopardy time. In the late 80s, Sam was the rehearsal stand-in for this comedy legend on his self-titled sitcom. Yes, player 1? You are correct. Player 1, start us. Sam proclaimed, "And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee," in this 1994 film. Okay, player 1. Good for you. You get to pick again, player 1. Is it? One of the daily doubles. You are in first place, player 1. All right, here's your clue. Sam made brief appearances as this character in Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player 1, you pick again, please. As Elijah Price, Sam was the frail antithesis to Bruce Willis in this 2000 flick. Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. Player 1, pick again. Lucius Best was the secret identity of this ultra-cool Incredibles character, voiced by Sam. Okay, player 2. Right. Player 2, where do we start? This former senator was the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. Let's hear it, player 3. Yes. Okay, let's get back into this. In 2004, this North Carolinian was almost the vice president-elect. Yes, player 2. Right you are. Player 2. Before he was New York City mayor, he was the U.S. attorney who prosecuted the mafia in the Pizza Connection case. Player 2. That's correct. Select again. We hope Silvestre Reyes can keep secrets. In 2007, he became chair of the House Permanent Select Committee on this. Player 3. Right. Player 3, you start us off. This former Massachusetts governor was CEO of the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. Let's hear it, player 1. You got it. Player 1, you're in command of the board as we continue right now. It's the third largest Hawaiian isle. Player 2. You are correct. A lot of clues. Let's go over to Sarah.
2 atoms of this element create a stable bond. When 3 of them bond, they form the unstable ozone molecule.
Okay, player 1. Right. Player 1, it's the O in an IPO, a corporation's first attempt to sell stock to the public. Yes, player 1? You are correct. Select again. To use the razor named for this 14th century English philosopher means to use economy in explanation. Yes, player 2. Good. Player 2. A total solar eclipse is an example of this, from the Latin for conceal. Player 3. You are correct. Player 3, you start us off. It's the more common name for solid CO2. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. A lot of clues. Dumbbell front raises strengthen and tone these large muscles that cover the shoulder. It's player 1. That is correct. You get to pick again, player 1. Ah, well, it's the area of light winds and calms in equatorial regions. How depressing. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. You get to pick again, player 1. With a diameter averaging about 7 miles, it's the smaller of Mars's 2 moons. It's player 1. Right. You again, player 1. Answer. The other daily double. You are in first place. How much? And the daily double clue. A chemical engineering book named for this process is subtitled Mass Transfer in Fluid Systems. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1, choose again. 1949 saw the first ballet version of this operatic Bizet work that features Don José and a toreador. Yes, player 3? Good. Okay, let's get back. The evil priest Frollo wants Esmeralda, but she's saved by a man named this. It's player 2. Hey, you're right. All right, let's get back. Margot Fontaine dazzled audiences as Princess Aurora in this ballet. Okay, player 2. Yeah! Right you are. We return to you, player 2. This Kenneth Macmillan ballet intrigues with the curious story of the last of the 4 daughters of Tsar Nicholas II. Let's hear it, player 3. Correct. Player 3. This Greek gal falls for her stepson Hippolytus in a ballet based on Racine's tragedy. Yes, player 2. Hey, you're right. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. Sitka is the largest city in this state's Alexander Archipelago. Okay, player 2. That's correct. We return to you, player 2. In 1965, the Cook Islands became self-governing in free association with this country that provides for their defense. It's player 3. That is correct. Okay, let's get back in. This Scottish archipelago is famous not only for its ponies, but also for a breed of dog. Player 3? That's correct. Player 3. This Pacific Island country is named for a British sea captain, not Happy Days producer Gary. Let's hear it, Player 2. Right. And the $2,000 clue? This Portuguese archipelago once served as a stop for the treasure galleons returning to Spain from America. Okay, Player 3. Right. All three of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the category, shall we? Notable women. What are you going to wager? The Final Jeopardy clue is as follows. In 1963, she said, "I feel as though I'm suddenly on stage for a part I never rehearsed." What did you say? And this correct response will add how much to your score? Let's see your response. With that correct response, you will gain. Let's see your response. How much do you add to your total with that correct response? This makes you our new champion, Player 1, so congratulations. Good game, everyone, and thank you so much for playing.